Off the Cuff is supported by Patreon. Join today and become an honorary producer and get in-show credit on every episode. Hi everybody, and happy St. Patrick's Day. I love doing the show on a holiday, and St. Patrick's Day has a lot of meaning to me. Well, I'm half Irish, well actually 30%. My mother was full Irish. This was her favorite holiday. She loved everything to do about being Irish. She loved the music, she loved the dancing, she loved the folklore. She was totally in. And I remember on St. Patrick's Day, my mother used to make corned beef and cabbage. Oh, it was so delicious. I thought about making it for today's show, but then I thought, well, corned beef and cabbage, first of all, it's really easy to make, which is cool, but it's also low carb already. And I wanted something more of a challenge. So I started to think, what other Irish dishes can I make? And it came to me. I'm gonna make Irish stew. Oh, yeah. And I'm going to make it low carb. How am I going to do that? Well, you take the potatoes and you replace them with other root vegetables like turnips or parsnips. I love both. This is going to be fantastic. Then I'm going to take all the ingredients and put them in the slow cooker and let time just do all the cooking and make it really rich and delicious. I'm really looking forward to that. And then for the side, for the second part of the show, I'm making a low-carb version of Irish soda bread. Oh, yeah. I love Irish soda bread, and I'm really excited about making that. And the fun doesn't stop there. In our first segment, I have a surprise. I actually reached out, I went above and beyond, and I lined up an interview with an actual leprechaun. Yep, they do exist. And they were here. But I have to tell you something. This leprechaun was full of surprises. I learned a lot that I didn't know before. And now you will too. Here, watch. All right, folks, are you ready? This is going to be amazing. This is going to be an historic day for Off the Cuff. Actually, it might be an historic day everywhere. Yeah, in celebration of St. Patrick's Day, you know what? I have to kneel down for this. Okay. Yeah, right here in the Off the Cuff kitchen. I'm gonna have a real live leprechaun right here. Yeah.
Need a hand?
Oh, I'm sorry. I apologize. I'm waiting for my special guest here. It's actually gonna be a leprechaun.
I know. Louie, nice to meet you.
Craig, yeah, nice to meet you too. I guess he's a little late.
Little. Yeah, no, I'm right on time.
I beg your pardon.
It's me. I'm here.
I don't understand.
I'm Louie. Louie the Leprechaun. I'm here.
Wait. You're Louie the Leprechaun?
Yeah, I know. My mom so much loves alliteration.
Aren't you?
Aren't I?
Oh, yeah, aren't you a little tall to be a leprechaun?
Oh, yeah, I get that all the time. No, I'm about average. That we were all 3 feet tall? Yeah, no, that was all dreamt up by Hollywood and Madison Avenue.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Take my Uncle Seamus, okay? He was the original mascot for Lucky Charms.
Oh, Lucky Charms. I love that little guy.
Yeah, that little guy.
Yeah.
6'3".
No.
Yeah, I got a picture. Gave it to your producer.
Oh, well, let's put it up.
Mm-hmm. There's Uncle Seamus.
Oh my gosh, he must be the tallest leprechaun ever.
No, not even close. You ever notice you've never seen a color picture of Abraham Lincoln?
I never have.
No? Yeah?
No.
Yeah? Oh, here's why. Yeah, take a look.
Honest Abe. Abraham Lincoln was a leprechaun.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Abe was 6'4" and Did you ever wonder why American money is green?
He's on the $5 bill.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah. Whew. Are you a sports fan?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you know Larry Bird?
Get the flock out of here.
He's a leprechaun.
Oh, there he is. He's a leprechaun. I never noticed the beard or the fact that he was always playing with that hat.
Yeah. Well, you know, all of the Celtics are leprechauns.
Oh, and there they are. Look at them. Oh, yeah. And there's Larry Bird with Magic Johnson.
Yeah. You know, that's where Lucky Charms first got their motto.
Oh?
It's magically delicious.
Oh, it's so obvious now.
Yeah, isn't it?
You know, I thought you were going to come in here like this dog being, hey, get your hands off me, pot of gold.
Yeah, the Darby O'Gill syndrome.
Darby O'Gill and the Little People. I love that movie with Sean Connery.
Mm-hmm. You want to know a secret about Sean Connery?
Yeah, sure.
Sean Connery, 5'6".
No. Sean Connery was James Bond.
James Bond, 5'6".
No, Sean Connery was not 5'6".
Yeah. All camera tricks. Take a look.
Bond on a box.
Mm-hmm.
I had no idea.
Yeah, nobody did a very closely guarded Hollywood secret.
I've been in the industry 40 years. I had no clue.
Nobody did.
Man, I am so humbled by all this. I just hope that my low-carb Irish stew and my low-carb Irish soda bread measure up.
Not a problem. Listen, it sounds delicious. It really does.
Yeah. Can I ask you one little question?
A little question?
One more question.
One more question, please shoot.
Danny DeVito.
Mm-hmm.
He was a leprechaun, right?
Nope.
Oh.
No. But the rumor is his real last name, Keebler. Here are the ingredients.
Short and bigorra. I can't do an Irish accent. Anyway, here are the ingredients for our low-carb Irish stew. 2 pounds of beef or lamb cut into 1-inch cubes. 2 large carrots chopped. 2 celery stalks chopped. 2 pounds of turnips peeled and chopped. Now take note, you can use any root vegetable you like. 1 medium onion chopped. 1 to 2 tablespoons of minced garlic. 2 cups of beef broth. 1 teaspoon each of rosemary, thyme, and salt, 2 bay leaves, next page please, 3/4 of a teaspoon of black pepper, 1/4 teaspoon of xanthan gum, and 2 tablespoons of olive oil or some other neutral oil that's for browning the meat. Now for the low-carb Irish soda bread, 2 cups of almond flour, 2 tablespoons of coconut flour, 1 tablespoon each of oat fiber and vital wheat gluten, 1 teaspoon of baking soda, 1/2 teaspoon of salt, 1 tablespoon of granulated sweetener. I'm using monk fruit allulose, 2 large eggs, 1/3 of a cup of low-fat plain Greek yogurt, 2 tablespoons of melted butter, and 1 tablespoon of apple cider vinegar. All right, for this one, we're taking out the slow cooker. And by that, I mean the crock pot, okay? Don't be a wise guy. First up, we have some veggies we have to chop. Let's start with the root vegetables. Let's go with the turnips first. Here we go. And these, well, let's get that end off. There we are. Just chop them up into nice potato-sized chunks is what I'm calling it. And into the bowl. Here we are. Now the recipe calls for 2 pounds of a root vegetable. I might be over that, but we'll see. Now this is a parsnip. It looks like a gigantic mutated carrot, but trust me, it's a parsnip, and these are a little harder to cut. Cut up the parsnip. Now, like I said, these root vegetables are filling in for our potatoes. There's a lot in there, look at that. I had another turnip. I don't think I'm going to need it. Yeah, we're not going to need this for now. We'll save it for later. Next up, 2 carrots. Let's get these ends off. Cut the carrots. There we are. There go the carrots. It's gonna be a loaded stew. There might be too many vegetables. I went by what look, the instructions said 2 big carrots and 2 pounds of root vegetables. So that's what I did. That's what I did. Now for the celery. This has already been what would you call it? Stripped of its membrane. This is an easy chop. Look how easy this is. Now to properly chop the onion, we go like this. And we just chop them up. Put them into the bowl. I did not realize there's gonna be this much veggies, but our veggies are chopped. Now let's brown our meat. Okay, we're warming up our pan. Let's put in some olive oil. Let's take that olive oil and spread it all around. Now let's put in our beef. 2 pounds of beef. And we're just gonna brown this. Now you can use lamb if you like. You know what, I have to be honest with you. I went to 2 grocery stores. I couldn't find lamb like this. I didn't want to make a special order, so I'm using beef. We're gonna brown it and sear it and try to make sure that all sides get nice and brown. We're not gonna cook this until it's done. Besides, these chunks are really too heavy. Well, we could cook it here until it's done, but you don't want to do that. These are just about all browned all the way through, as you can see. All right. Okay, we're just about to take this off the heat, but first we want to season it with some salt and some black pepper. Just a little bit. All right. Now we're ready to take the meat out. And we want to keep the juices in here. So we take our bowl and we take our meat and put it right into the bowl like this. Now we deglaze our pan with 1 cup of the beef broth, and we want to scrape up all the bits that are down here. Oh yes. Scrape all the bits in the bottom of the pan, get them into that broth. Oh, yummy. I got them all there. Now we take what we just did here and we add it to the slow cooker. That's our base for our stew. Now we take our 14.9 ounces of our Guinness beer. Oh, you put it in there. Now in go our veggies. All the veggies go in. In goes the meat. Now we're going to stir this up just so that everything gets mixed together. Mix all our ingredients together. Now the spices. In goes the rosemary. In goes the thyme. Yes, we have a song brewing here. Stir it all in. More black pepper. Hey, it was in the recipe, so I'm following it. More black pepper. And this is xanthan gum. This is a thickening agent. And finally, put in your 2nd cup of beef broth. I'm sorry, finally, your bay leaves. And they go in. Now we cover. And most importantly, this is the most important thing that we're going to do all day. I'm doing this off the camera. Is you plug in your slow cooker. Yeah, if it's not plugged in, and we set it to low, and now we're gonna let it cook for 6 hours. Oh yeah, it's time for food facts. The cooking method of stewing meat in one pot has very ancient roots. In Ireland, before ovens were common, cooking over an open fire in a cauldron or a basteful type pot was the norm. Sheep were common for wool and milk, and older animals, mutton, often found themselves in the pot as part of the dish. In the 16th century, the potato was introduced to Ireland through the Columbian Exchange, and that tuber becomes central to what we now know as Irish stew. From this point on, meat and potato combinations become much more feasible. In the early 17th century, the earliest documented recipe for what resembles Irish stew was found in Southern Ireland by the O'Brien-Tillman family. It featured mutton, onions, and potatoes in a covered saucepan. Also in the 17th century, stewing older sheep, mutton with potatoes and onions becomes characteristic. So the stew we all know as Irish stew starts to take form. In the late 18th and early 19th century, the dish becomes associated with poorer rural Irish households. They just used what was available: lamb, mutton, onions, potatoes, and water. A documented recipe in 1826 shows Irish stew with neck of mutton, potatoes, onions, and layered in a stew pan. In the mid-19th century, the Great Famine devastated Ireland's potato crop, massively impacting the population and food security. However, the dish retained its significance as a simple and nourishing meal in hard times. The famine caused mass migration to the United States. Irish immigrants actually carried the stew abroad to the United States, Canada, and even Australia. They adapted the recipe to local meats and vegetables. Beef begins to be used more commonly, primarily abroad, because mutton or lamb might be pricier or less accessible. Variations start popping up, including carrots, turnips, and barley. In the 20th century, the dish becomes celebrated internationally as the national dish of Ireland, or at least one of the dishes, yeah. And variations will include beef, stout beer, different vegetables, and a richer broth, although purists prefer the leaner, lighter meat, potato, onion combinations. Here's an example of a variation in Canada. According to their law, Irish stew must contain at least 20% lamb, mutton, or beef, and 30% vegetables. Now here's some facts on Irish soda bread. Soda bread was invented in Ireland in the 1800s when baking soda, that's sodium bicarbonate, became available as a cheaper form of leavening agent. Irish flour was made from a soft wheat which didn't really work well with yeast, but baking soda solved that issue. No yeast, no problem. The first published recipe for Irish soda bread appeared in a Dublin publication in 1836 called The Farmer's Journal. It was described as bread made from soda and sour milk. Soda bread became a staple in rural homes. It was quick, filling, and only made with 4 ingredients: flour, soda, salt, and buttermilk. Traditional Irish households bake them in cast iron, basteable lid-covered pots over turf fires, thus giving it its rustic hard crust. Now let's talk about the X, or the cross that's on top of the soda bread. Why? Because there's actually several theories as to why it's there. First, the practical explanation: it helps heat reach the center of the bread and prevents the bread from cracking, oddly. Next, let's look at folklore. The X was there to let the fairies out, to help ward off evil spirits. I mean, come on, who doesn't do that? And the final theory is some rural bakers put the X or a cross on the bread to bless it. So, part practical, part superstition, part religion. And now it's time for Irish stew and Irish soda bread trivia. There is no Irish stew or Irish soda bread day, but I say, how about March 17th? Let's do it. The World Irish Stew Championship is held in County Sligo, Ireland every May 1st. The Gaelic name, Stobach Gaelic, is sometimes used for Irish stew. Soda bread wasn't a dessert or a luxury. It was made in homes every day, often twice a day. Soda bread relies entirely on the chemical reaction between baking soda and the acid in buttermilk or yogurt to rise. And finally, The earliest recorded recipe for Irish stew goes back to the late 1600s, where it's attributed to the household of Countess Thomond. And here it is. To make an Irish stew of mutton, season the bones of a neck of mutton with pepper and salt. Put it down with a layer of onions. Put them in a covered stew pan, as much water as will cover it. The chops must be very tender. That's it. And that's Food Facts. Okay, it's time for our Irish soda bread. First, we take our 2 cups of almond flour and deposit it there. All the dry ingredients are going in. This is the coconut flour. This is the Vital Wheat gluten. This is the oat fiber. There we go. Actually, it might have been reversed, but you get the idea. This is our granulated sweetener. This is our ½ teaspoon of salt. And this is our baking soda, for which the dish is named. And oddly enough, I don't have a whisk anymore. It kind of got destroyed in the drawer. I have one coming, but it didn't come in time, so I'm just going to do it this way. For the wet ingredients, I'm using this. So in goes a 1/3 cup of Greek yogurt. This is the 2 tablespoons of melted butter, the ACV, apple cider vinegar, and the 2 EGGS, that's 2 large eggs. And we're going to combine this together. Yeah, that should be fairly easy too. And it is combining rather quickly. So once this is all combined like this, which is what they recommend, we're going to put these 2 together. All right, so now pour in the liquid into our dry. Make sure you get all of it. All of it is gotten. All right, keep stirring it in. All right, this formed the dough rather quickly. And this is supposed to taste and look exactly like Irish soda bread. I remain, well, I was going to say unconvinced, but let's just say I remain dubious but enthusiastic. I was thinking I should let the dough rest a little bit, just so it can combine a little bit together, and I am. I'm going to let this dough rest. This is not in the instructions, but this is my instructions from my experience. Let's let this rest for about 10 minutes. They said to make it about 1 inch to 1.5 inches thick. I think that's about right. Now, we must score the bread. 5-0 Yankees. No, that's not the right way. Okay, so a cut here. And a cut here. As we learned in Food Facts, this has many different interpretations and meanings. I subscribe to all of them, but I think the most practical one for me is it helps it cook better. Okie doke, into the preheated oven. And we will see you in 20 to 25 minutes. Oh yeah, it's all golden brown now. Okay, I'm gonna test it with my finger. Dry, there we are. Our Irish soda bread is ready. Oh yeah, can't wait to dig in, but we still have 5 hours to go on our Irish stew. But I'm willing to wait. Okay, it's been a total of 6 hours. Ooh, even with my very muted sense of smell, it smells great. Oh, come take a look. And here we are. Happy St. Patrick's Day, everybody. Oh boy, this is great. I have my Irish soda bread, low carb style, and my low carb Irish stew all ready to go. And I cannot wait to try it because I really did wait the 6 hours during the day. Yeah, I did have a little snack later on, but this is gonna be me dinner. Yes, and I'm really excited about trying both of these. I haven't tried them yet, but the Irish soda bread came out so good. Look at that. Look how it looks. I'm gonna be tasting this first to officially kick off my holiday. Here we go. Soft, flaky, delicious. Because it is almond flour, it does have that nutty taste too. But it's delightful. It's not dry. I can't wait to try it with some butter. I'm doing it dry because this is what it tastes of bread. Boy, it doesn't disappoint either. Very good. Very good, very satisfying. It's good for breakfast with some butter with coffee. It's good for lunch, dinner, a snack. Perfect. Now let's try the pièce de résistance, the stew. Oh, I'm gonna get some beef here. Oh, it's breaking apart. Look at that. Here we go. Wow, the beef is soft. It's tender. It breaks apart in your mouth. It's delicious. Get some more. Oh, here's some. Oh, it's so hot too. I'm gonna have to get some more veggies that way. Oh, I know what I'll do. I'm a smart guy. See? Now my hand is protected. Here we go. I got some of the, I really can't tell if it's a turnip or if it's a parsnip, but it was really good. And it has that potato texture. Excellent. More meat. This is so good. It reminds me a little of pot roast, actually. Oh. More veggies. I got some onion. Wow, I'll be making this a lot more often. I'm gonna try one more thing. With all the rich sauce and gravy in here, let's try that. Gosh, that is actually fantastic. That does it for this time. Happy St. Patrick's Day, everybody. I gotta tell you, I'll be making this for a long time. I don't know why I waited so long. It's easy, it's delicious, and it's definitely a keeper. I'm back here again in another 2 weeks with yet another show and another recipe. Until then, be well, eat good.